Before I get into the video, I just want to apologize for my like crappy lack of content lately. As you guys know, I did get my wisdom teeth taken out and my face was swollen for such a long time. It's finally swelling down. I don't look like such a boy. And yeah, I decided to give you guys a skincare routine because a lot of you guys comment on my skin, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it is my camera. I do film with the Sony a5100 and it kind of like blurs out a lot of the pores, so my skin is not perfect. I do get like little bumps. I will try to like zoom in, like I don't know if you guys can see that, like this is like my natural state of my skin. Like when I go closer, it's not so blurred out. And yeah, so that is my skin right now. I don't have any makeup on. I did just gel up my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna show you guys everything that I am using on my skin because it is a lot, and we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna start with the number one, which is gonna be the makeup remover. Now, back in the day, I used to be like such heavy on wearing makeup. Like I'm not kidding, I would cake on my face every single day. Now I've just been lazy and I don't wear as much makeup as I used to, which might be why my skin is like clearing up and everything. But again, I don't know, maybe I'm like letting my skin breathe, maybe it's my diet, who really knows. But these are the products that I use, and this is what I use to take off my makeup, which is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. Honestly, I didn't even know micellar water existed. I used to just use like regular makeup wipes and stuff. I do use that sometimes still, like if I'm too lazy and I'm really drunk and I come home and I just don't want to wash my face, I'll use a makeup wipe. But this micellar water, it doesn't have to be the Garnier, like any micellar water, I promise you, if you don't already use this to remove your makeup, you are missing out. It is the like number one best thing to remove your eye makeup and everything like that. So I will go in with this if I am wearing makeup, and typically I'll only use this like around my eyes and stuff. Like I'll just do a quick sweep, I don't remove the whole thing. And then I will hop in the shower and I will actually use the Shea Moisture Organic African Black Soap with shea butter. This one is still in its packet. I go through a lot of these. I've also used, I think it's like the Yes To charcoal bar. Right now I'm actually using the shea butter coconut bar. I don't have it with me because I don't want to like take it from my shower and like infect it with my germs. But the one thing that I will say is that I am really simple when it comes to my face wash. I don't go in with like a lot of products in the shower. I literally only use a face bar. Like this is like $3 from Walmart, and it has seriously changed my skin. It has like all like natural products in it, and that's what I love about it. And then I will typically only use this though if I, again, do have makeup, because I do feel like sometimes it will dry out my skin and it's really harsh. So I'm really careful with this. And like if I'm not wearing that much makeup, or if I just want like a nice little cleanse, I will go in with the Avalon Organics. This is the Intense Defense with Vitamin C Cleansing Milk. So this is actually the cleansing wash that I use every day, but if I am wearing makeup, I will go in with the soap. But yeah, this one was pretty cheap. I got this for $7 at Marshall's. I know you can get this brand at Walmart. And then if I want to go in for like a nice exfoliation, I use the Ocean Salt Face and Body Scrub by Lush. This has, I feel like, what has really changed my skin. I mean, I feel like a lot, like every product in this video has, but this is like seriously the best exfoliator. You do have to be careful with this because there's been a lot of times where I've been like rubbing and I have cut myself with the salt, like left a little cut. So you do have to be really careful, but I love that, again, it uses like all natural products. I'm really into that when it comes to my face. And then if this is only, I only use this like exfoliator if my skin is really bad. And if I just want a nice gentle exfoliator, I will again go in with, this is like the same thing but in an exfoliator form. This is the Clarifying Facial Wash and Scrub, and it's literally the same thing as this bar. It's the same like span of things, like the whole African Black Soap. And I don't know, I feel like African Black Soap is the number one thing that has really cleared up the little bumps on my face right here. So I used to get, they weren't red, it wasn't bad. Honestly, I can't sit here and be like, oh, I like struggled with acne, because honestly, I really have not experienced that. So that's something to take into consideration, that everybody's skin is different. And even though this stuff may work for me, it doesn't mean that it's gonna work for you. I totally forgot to tell you guys what my skin type is in the beginning of the video because I'm a piece of crap. But my skin, I used to have really bad like red spots Does that make sense? Like I didn't have an even skin tone, and this past couple of months, like this whole year, I've been trying to really get it to even out, and I will tell you what has actually helped that. But other than that, the only like big thing that I have ever had with acne is just getting the bumps on my face right here, and then I have had like pimples around my mouth. That did not sound like a nice description, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But those were all my facial washes that I use. When it comes to like toning out my skin and everything, this is actually the #1 tip that I probably have in this whole entire video, is using a toner. This is what has made me even out my complexion. And I have mentioned this before, but when I started using toners, I didn't realize how much makeup was still left on my face until I started using a toner. So I'll go in with the first one, like again, if I'm wearing a lot of makeup that day, this is the toner that I will use after I wash my face and everything. And this is the Elizabeth Arden Normal Skin Refining Toning Lotion. I got this at TJ Maxx for like $6, like they always have this one. And I wouldn't recommend using this every day, mainly because of the ingredients on the back, but I do like using this because I feel like this is more of a harsh toner. So when I do have a lot of makeup on after I get out of the shower, I will literally like wipe my face with just like a cotton pad thing and use this, and it is insane how much makeup is still left on my face. And I really go in like with the soap, with the micellar water, with the makeup wipes, and there's still makeup left on my face. Again, that's only if I'm like really caking it that day, but if I am not, I have been going in with the Pixi Skin Treats Rose Tonic, and this is like with rose and elderflower. And lately I have been using this, like it's almost gone, like I don't know if you guys can see that, and I truly, honestly, I can't like say it might be, but I feel like it is the reason why I am not so red on my cheeks anymore. This one is literally the back, it says this tonic helps to tone, balance pH, and minimize redness and calm skin. So this is what I will use every morning and night when I'm like out of the shower. If I just wash my face, it just makes me feel refreshed. Like I love the way it smells, honestly. That's like my favorite part. And you know, like it's one of those products where I don't think I will ever switch up my toner. This will be my favorite toner probably for a really long time, unless my skin starts to react with it. But hands down, I will say, I can say for my skin that it has minimized the redness in my face, and that's why I like this toner so much. This I have talked about for a really long time, and this is the Pixi Vitamin Wake Up Mist with Blossom and Citrus Extract. So this one is a toner as well, but it's more of a mist. So what I will do with this one is if I wake up or if I'm like in a really big rush, I will spray this on my face, and it literally just wakes me up. Like it has like that orange smell, so it really, like if you use this, because this is very orangey, it's just like it just energizes your face. And I don't know, I'm really bad at describing things, but I really love the way that this smells. So if I'm in a rush and I'm going somewhere, I spray this on my face. It's like a nice little toner relaxation mist. Or even if you are, I don't know, like at the beach or something, if you just like spray this, it just really refreshes you, and I love the smell of this. And yeah, okay, so that was all it for my toners. Now this is something that I honestly don't even really think is necessary. Again, I feel like with skincare, the simpler the better, but also it depends on your skin type. Like for example, my skin isn't that messed up to begin with, so I don't want to like constantly be packing products onto my face. But I really do love the Caudalie Vinyl Perfect Serum. This I've talked about this I think in like a nighttime routine, where I will go to Sephora and I will just get this sample of this with like my beauty points, because it's like one of the 100 or 500 beauty points, and so I just get these for free because I'm too poor, not even poor, but I'm too lazy to buy the new one, because it's like $50, and I don't know if I want to spend $50 on a serum. But I do love this. I feel like it really does make a difference in my skin, and because I don't wear that much makeup as much as I used to, I do love layering on like a bunch of skincare products. It just makes me feel better about myself, so I like using this for I don't know, when I want to pamper myself at night or something like that. And then I recently, just this past year, started getting really into the eye cream. I did used to use the Mario Badescu, I think it was, hold on, I have it like right here. I used to use the Mario Badescu Hyaluronic Eye Cream, and lately I got a bad eye infection one time, I think from like my makeup or something, and then I started using that and it would start to sting my eye. So I completely stopped using it, and I switched over to the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream, and it's to brighten and depuff, and this doesn't hurt my eyes because I was really sensitive to the Mario Badescu one, and this one just really like wakes up my eyes. And I don't want to say that this depuffs or anything. To be honest, I feel like this is not even necessary. The only reason why I use this is because I do have really dry eyes, so then when I do wear concealer or I do like prime my eyes with, I don't know, eye primer when I do a bunch of eyeshadow, it really helps my eyelids not look so flaky and dry, because that's like the #1 thing that I do hate about my face is my eyes are really dry. So I use eye cream for that, but I don't really think you need it. If you're like, I'm only 21, I don't think it's necessary to have eye cream. I haven't really noticed a difference with the darkness under my circles or anything like that, but I am really into this. Again, it just makes me feel better about myself. Moving on to the moisturizers. Now I have 2 that I switch off from. I do want to say that I don't think that you need to invest in a moisturizer. If I'm being honest, I feel like any type of beauty oil will do just fine. So if you were to use like a rose beauty oil and just put it on your face, let it really sink into the skin so your makeup doesn't slide or anywhere, then that's completely fine, especially if you're not someone that wears a lot of makeup. I don't think that you need to invest in like a really good moisturizer unless you do wear a lot of makeup, because if you do put oils, it might like slip and slide. But let's move on to the moisturizers that I use. So I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This is the one that I've been using for like 3 years now. I just bought a new one, and I really like this one because it doesn't make my face look too oily or too dry or anything. It's just like the perfect amount because I have pretty normal kind of to dry skin. So this really helps out, and I feel like it's pretty, I don't want to say cheap, but it's a good price for how much product is in it, and it works with my skin tone, like not skin tone but skin like chemistry and everything really well. So like, why try something new, you know, if this works perfectly fine. But I also do use the Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer Moisturizer, and this is from Hello Fab. So I use this when I am wearing a lot of makeup, or if I want my face to look really shiny. The reason why I love this is a little bit goes a long way, and if you do wear this just on your bare face, it makes your skin like really shiny and glistening. Like I feel like this would be, if you did watch my glowing skin tutorial, if you wear this with that whole milk bronzer stick that I was talking about, it would just look so good because it makes your face all shiny and nice. And if you were to put it like all over your chest, like if you were to go to the beach, it just really makes you glow, and I love it. And it's a primer in one, so it's really good for like makeup base and all of that. This is again not really necessary, but to kind of mist your face, like whether it's like setting your makeup or if you're out and about and it's like 100 degrees outside or something like that and you want to just refresh your face. These are the 2 sprays that I use. So I love rose water, of course. I do use the Mario Badescu facial spray, the classic rose one. Everyone uses this. It's amazing. I just love spraying it like to set my makeup and really make like the eyeshadows stand out if I want to do that, and like dip my brush for shimmer eyeshadows. But I will say I like using that for makeup and really kind of setting it. When it comes to like if I'm wearing no makeup, or if again I am wearing a lot of makeup and I don't want to put a lot of like water on my face because I don't want it to like slip and slide, this is the Heritage Store Rose Petals Rose Water, and I got this one at TJ Maxx for $5. We do sell this one at Urban as well. I know they carry it. I'm not sure, maybe Target carries it as well. I love this because of the mist. This literally comes out, I can't even describe it. It has like the perfect little mister. Like I wish that this Mario Badescu, like if you guys do have this one comes out a little bit harsh. Not harsh, but it's a little bit more aggressive. This is just literally like mist. Like say you were at Disneyland and you're waiting in line and it's really freaking hot, you just spray this on it and it just gives it that amount of like a cooling effect, but it's also like not gonna make your makeup like slip and slide because it's very light. And that's what I love this for. It is my favorite. I prefer this one over the Mario one, but I do really like the Mario one for like dipping my eyeshadows for that reason. And yeah, we are almost done. I guess we'll move on to lips. So I only use 2 little lip products. Of course, if you are someone that wears a lot of makeup or like liquid lipstick and stuff, you need to get a good lip scrubber, and the one that I use is the honey one from Lush. For the longest time, I didn't know that a lot of people like use this dry. Like I always would wet like my mouth and then wet my finger and then dip it and go in. and I didn't realize that that doesn't like really get off all the dead skin versus if you do this dry. So I just recently learned that. Anyways, this is my favorite scent. The popcorn one is so good as well. And then I use, again, you can use any kind of chapstick. You do not have to be this bougie, but I have been really into the Fresh Sugar Lip Caramel Hydrating Balm. This, again, with like a nice glossy like face with just this lip balm. It first off smells so good, like oh my gosh, and then it's like a really nice thick lip balm, but it's not like overpowering, and I am like obsessed with it. It is expensive, but it's something that I saved up for and I liked it for that reason. Again, I do use like normal chapsticks on the daily. Like I literally, this is the other chapstick that I use. I use the Nivea, like just regular balm if I'm out the door, but if I'm trying to be really bougie, I do use that one. For the very last product of the skincare, we're gonna move on to kind of like what I do at night. So at night I'll do the same thing, I'll tone and everything, but I do use a different cream and moisturizer. This, I want to say, you again do not have to invest in. I feel like for the longest time I just used coconut oil. I wouldn't use it every night because coconut oil does clog your pores and stuff, but I feel like the best nighttime moisturizer is just oils, because like overnight it'll really seep into your skin, and like I feel like you should do your research on what's good, like what the best oils are for your skin type. I also used to use aloe vera, so I would use aloe vera and then coconut oil if I wanted to do like a really deep mask. But other than that, I never really did anything until I got a sample from Sephora. This honestly hurts me because I don't ever want to recommend something that is this expensive. This thing, I am not kidding guys, it is very expensive. If you do not have the money for it, do not get it. Do not waste your money on it. Just like I said, you can use any type of regular oils and that will work just fine. I'm all into the whole simpler is better. But when I got like my 500 points beauty at Sephora, they gave me this like whole Murad set, and this overnight detox moisturizer was one of them, and it was like the smallest sample, but I literally fell in love with it. And so I started not necessarily saving up for it, but I just kept thinking about it, like, do I really want to invest in it? And I decided, yes, this is the #1 bougie thing, like the only bougie thing that I even own, and it's like literally the best thing ever. I am like obsessed with the smell. If I want to be really luxurious, I will use this. I use this very sparingly, like I'll do like one little pump for like the whole night, and this is like a really big jar too. And yeah, this is what I use for my nighttime cream, and I definitely do not recommend that you go out and buy this if you do not have the money. I would, like, if you want to get like a little sampler from Sephora, and if you really like it, set aside like $20 each paycheck or something to invest in this, because it is very expensive, but it is like my holy grail when it comes to my skincare and nighttime routine. But like I said, you can use the oils. Please do not think that you need to get that bougie ass thing, but I am obsessed with it when it comes to my nighttime routine. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video and my whole skincare. Hopefully you guys got some new tips. I would love to know what you guys like to do when it comes to your skincare. I'm really into the more natural things. I don't like to invest in a lot of expensive products or skincare lines. Again, that all comes down to because I've never had to suffer with like a lot of acne or anything like that, and I feel like that sounded really bitchy. I'm sorry, but again, this, I feel like the simpler the better. The only time I ever, like, if my skin gets really bad, I will whip out my Clarisonic, but that is like rare. Like, I don't even think that you need to invest in a Clarisonic or anything like that, but when my skin does get really bad, I will use that. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and do all of that, and I promise I will get back into my regular fashion videos this week.